Hello friends, you're watching India Today Tech, and in this video I'm going to unbox the Samsung Galaxy J6. It's the latest smartphone from Samsung that comes with the infinity display. There are three other smartphones that Samsung has launched alongside the A6, the A6 Plus and the J8. All these four smartphones will have infinity display, and Samsung has brought it down from its flagship smartphone, the S8. Though they don't have the curved display, but they do have a thin bezel design. The Galaxy J6 is priced at $13,990 and it will be available on Flipkart starting May 22. It will be also available on offline retail stores. Let's take a look at the detailed specs of the smartphone. The Galaxy J6 comes with a 15.6-inch AMOLED panel. It's a Super AMOLED display with HD Plus resolution. The phone comes with an Exynos 7 series processor with 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. Samsung also ships a 4 GB, 64 GB storage variant. Then the phone packs a 3000 mAh battery, and there is face recognition and fingerprint sensor as well for unlocking the smartphone. You get a 30 megapixel camera at the rear and an 8 megapixel camera at the front. Now let's quickly take the phone out of the box and take a look at the design of the phone. So guys, this is the Galaxy J6. It's a depart from the previous J series smartphones that used to have a button at the front. The button is gone now, and you will see the fingerprint scanner is placed at the back in a style very similar to what we saw on the Galaxy S8. There is a single camera, the LED flash. Some of the peculiar design elements you will note about the smartphone is that there is a split volume rocker at the left side. You will see the speakers are placed on the right edge of the phone and not on the bottom part. Another good part is that the phone has a unibody design, but the build is probably not metal because I don't see any antenna lines on the phone. Had been a metal unibody design, we would have seen some antenna lines around the phone's frame. At the bottom, the phone has a 3.5mm audio jack, a primary microphone and a micro USB port. The J6 has two slots on the left, and like the A series smartphones, you can add a SIM and micro SD card onto the one slot and a SIM 2 on another one. Now let's quickly pull out the other contents of the box. At the top, you'll see a quick start guide, which is accompanied by a quick start guide in Hindi, a warranty card and a SAR certification information. The SAR value of the smartphone is 1.353 for the head, which is very close to the 1.6 maximum value that smartphones can have. Next in the box is a micro USB charging cable, which is not very long, as you can see. Next, there are a pair of earphones, which is quite rare at this price bracket, especially if you consider phones from Xiaomi. And then lastly, we have the travel adapter, which has 1 ampere of output rating. Okay, now let's quickly turn on the device and take a look at the performance and software on the Samsung Galaxy J6. So while setting up the phone, I already felt a lot of lag on the device, and though this will only be able to tell you after full usage, there is certainly going to be some slowdown in comparison to flagship smartphones because the hardware is not very powerful. The good part is the phone comes with Android 8.0 Oreo straight out of the box, and this is quite an achievement for Samsung that brings latest software in the budget segment, which you will find on the latest Samsung flagship, the S9. If you'll see the app launch speed, it's not very impressive, at least not as impressive as the Galaxy S8, but then of course it's a budget segment phone, and for that Samsung has quite literally improved a lot of things on the software front, and app speed is one of them. It's much better than previous J series smartphones, though it may not be as fast as the Redmi Note 5 Pro or a Motorola phone that runs stock Android interface, but that will be able to show you in the comparison videos. For now, the J6 seems to be running pretty smooth. The phone also ships with some premium software that you will find on high-end Galaxy phones like the Pay Mini, which allows you to pay directly from your smartphone, and the Samsung Bixby Assistant. Let's quickly set up the face recognition and fingerprint scanner to see how fast they are. The fingerprint scanner on the previous J series devices had been quite slow, but I don't think this is the case with the Galaxy J6 because it's quite fast. The face recognition doesn't always work accurately, and sometimes it won't work at all. Also, it takes a lot of time for the phone to recognize the face The display on the Galaxy J7 is the best thing about the phone. Although it is an HD resolution, and on phones like the Redmi Note 5 Pro you will get a full HD panel. The color reproduction is nice for an HD display. You won't feel the lack of resolution or brightness on the J7. The viewing angles are also quite nice, and you will see that the brightness of the phone is amazing. Indoors you would need even less than half the brightness level, and outdoors as well you'll see that the phone works pretty nice. The camera software on J7 is very similar to the S9 or the S8. You'll see there are modes at the top. There's HDR also, and there are AR stickers as well. Let's check them out on the front camera for now. So the AR stickers seem to be working pretty fine. They're pretty responsive, I can see, and Samsung has brought it down from the flagship smartphones. It's a great feature to have on a budget Samsung Galaxy phone. The cameras on the J7 is a mixed bag. You get a good shutter speed, and the autofocus is also quite nice. The photos have good details. Color reproduction is also very close to the accurate ones, but you see that the object outlines are not always sharp, and you need a very steady hand to click sharp photos. Also in low light you'll see that noise creeps in, and the shutter is also quite slow to work with. As for the front camera, it's average in good light conditions, but in low light the front firing flash does come in handy to take good pictures. Overall, the Galaxy J7 seems to be quite a promising smartphone from Samsung in a long time. The Galaxy J7 seems to be a pretty handy device. It's slightly taller compared to other phones, but it's a pretty handy phone. I can reach the drop down menu very easily. I can reach to the other corner of the device, and I can still hold the phone in one hand and use it from end to end. The phone gives you Samsung's premium software experience running on top of the latest Android Oreo, and also brings the thin bezel infinity design to the budget segment. The display also has nice colors, good brightness level outdoors, and the touch response is very smooth, something that you would expect from a Samsung phone. The only drawback for now seems to be the build quality, which is not as strong as you had seen on previous J series devices, and the fact that the screen is not full HD in resolution. In the coming days we'll be testing out the phone's software and cameras, so stay tuned and subscribe to our channel. If you've liked this video, hit the thumbs up button and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.